Doctor. Bye. Okay. So next talk, we're going to have Althea. Althea is going to be joining us. Althea is a mom. Sorry, it's Althea and her husband Maxwell. Am I correct? I hope I'm correct. And they have adopted, and we're going to hear a story of adoption. So I don't know if Althea is ready.
Yes, we are, Leanne. Thanks.
Okay. Hi, Althea. Hi, Maxwell. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. So it's World Fertility Day, and that's why. And I know it was a very last minute that I asked you guys that I put the word out there that we're actually going to do this talk on adoption. I've been wanting to do it for a while, and I just wasn't sure, if people are ready to talk about it, or if there was someone out there that would actually share their story. And as you know, I said to you that I've also have kids through adoption. My babies are also through adoption, and it's just such a blessing. And I really wanted to share this with other people as well, but also from someone else coming in and actually telling their story on adoption and how blessed they've been, through going through this process. So please tell me a bit more about yourselves and what made you decide to go the route of adoption.
Thanks so much, Leanne. And I mean, I'm grateful for having my husband, Matwell, with me as well. It's often when, us as women are kind of single-handedly trying to hold the flag up for whatever processes we are going through. So, and I just wanted to recognize and thank everyone that's obviously part of either going through an IVF process or just being on this platform listening in. Whatever Dr. Helen has explained before is something extremely familiar to us. So, I mean, we were basically just experiencing infertility for about 8 years or so. And it's certainly something that wasn't easy on us. It was extremely emotional. It was taxing financially. Both Matwell and I are fairly experienced. We love experiences. So we've traveled a lot in the time and often used our space or making space available to travel, to kind of discuss and just, ask why are we going through this? So at the heart of everything was obviously the purpose, why we got married was to have a family. The option of adoption came through having to have chatted to various friends that's gone through the same process. It wasn't an easy decision. We mulled on it for about, I think, two years or so. And then when we went abroad, actually in 2019, we decided when we get home, I think it's time we need to actually, start our family. We need to see what options are available to us. So yeah, I mean, I'll hand over to Matwell just to kind of give his perspective, just in terms of our adoption story. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So we got back from our holiday in 2019, and then.
Sorry, Leanne, we are experiencing load shedding by us and you were breaking up a bit there. Would you mind just repeating the last bit, please?
I was just saying that it's so nice to hear from a man as well. It's normally just the woman that gets to tell the story. Mm-hmm. So when you told me that your husband will be joining, I was very excited because it's almost never that you hear the man, also coming to tell the story. So well done.
Thanks. Yeah, so we got back from holiday in 2019, and in January 2020, we went to an agency and started the process, not realizing what it entailed and everything. The agency is brilliant. And then unfortunately, COVID happened when we went into hard lockdown. Yeah. So everything basically stood still. At a point where we were like, will this actually ever happen to be a family? You know, I mean, the adoption is now not, in our minds, not working fast enough for us. Should we still continue or stop? And lo and behold, on the 25th of December last year, we received our call that we've been placed with a baby boy. Yeah, so that was a Christmas that will go down for the ages.
Yeah.
For the ages. But the process, although there was a lot of emotion involved with the fertility as well as the adoption, I feel that when we were presented with the information of the match that they matched us with, you know, the cliche is love at first sight. For me, it was. And I think for Althea as well.
Wow.
I had this big smile on my face that it just couldn't be wiped. And I would say on the 21st of January, he came home with us. Yeah, so the process, the emotion parts, all there. And there is the stigma around adoption that you're not the biological parents. For me, it's about the love. That's very important. And especially the support of friends and family. If they're on board and they have the knowledge and understanding of the process, it makes it, I'm not going to say easy, it makes it so much easier, the entire process. And just seeing him grow day to day, it's amazing. It's I don't even, I completely forget that he's adopted. He's my child, he's my son, you know. That's where I am at currently.
You guys are making me tear up here. You guys are really making me tear up. I've got makeup on. I've got a whole lot of talks to do. So please be gentle with me at the moment. And it's absolutely true what you're saying. You know, like you don't for 1 minute feel that that child is like not yours. Like there isn't a moment that goes past. And I'm just here really making me like, I'm getting very emotional listening to this because it's like I'm hearing my story as well. But it's so beautiful. So tell me more. Like you only got the one baby?
Yeah, we've only got the one. There is family listening, so we're not sure about number 2 yet. We have been getting questions.
Okay.
You know, it is still a consideration. So, I mean, surely we wouldn't want him to grow up alone. He's just been such a ball of energy. And I guess, I mean, Leanne, I think there's no prescribed notion to becoming parents, right? I think another friend and I also had the conversation of birthing, right? The process, just birthing through adoption. I mean, if you look through that lens, what does that look like? I mean, obviously we recognize the birth mom through this process as well. We've had the opportunity to meet her. Unfortunately, she did not come and meet us, but we would love for him to know the process and when it is rightfully to do so. You know, be able to kind of stretch out to his family as well. But he's our son, so we currently enjoying him. And yeah, I mean, and Matwell has actually just explained it. It's just that notion of becoming parents. Because we are first timers, we don't have there's no book that says like, you know, anything will be different if he's adopted, if he's this, that, and the other. I think the one takeaway we can do from this whole notion is becoming parents is that you are not the same person. You're becoming constantly, you're learning, you're unlearning constantly through the process, and just raising this beautiful human or raising your son or daughter that you've been matched with is just such a blessing. We are learning so much from him as well. It's absolutely insane how much he's teaching us, and how much he's teaching us just to kind of be ourselves and to kind of, you know, you've got this prescribed notion when I'm parents, you know, we're going to do this and that. And often you can't implement what you were thinking because he's a human himself. We want to nurture, we want to allow him to experience and grow himself as well. So we're fairly open-minded as well as parents. But yes, he's our son, and we'd obviously want to give him the best that we can during this time. And as you know, it's not an easy process. We already talking about the whole process of actually, we were told, the agency informed us that we, as early as possible, should bring in the adoption conversation. So we already now starting to initiate that. I think as a couple that has gone through it, it is important for those supporting you to also have that information so that it's carried throughout, and we've had immense support from all family and friends. So it's really been actually an amazing experience for us. And I mean, we're happy to be here to tell our story. It's always been one of our main purposes.
Okay, great. I just want to ask, I've got a few questions. What is, when did you decide that the adoption is the route that you'd like to go? Did you decide on adoption? Did your husband decide on it? How did you have the conversation?
We've tried fertility 3 times, the IVF route, and was unsuccessful. So what we decided on was just to take a break from everything because of the emotional side of things. The adoption came up, I think it was one evening, and it's just, well, how would you feel about it? And it wasn't an instant answer. It's just, okay, this is the question. Let's think about it and then come back together and discuss. And when we did come together, we were on the same page. It's not like the stigma, no, it's not biological and stuff like that. We were on the same page.
Yeah.
We can, how can I put it? We can give this child an opportunity that we want to give someone.
Yeah, and we've been extremely lucky to have friends who have gone through the process. So we could actually reach out to them and just say and ask questions if we needed to at the time. So we've been extremely lucky to open ourselves up to that, to be vulnerable and ask questions around, listen, this is the route we want to go. So, what has your experience been? Because this is, we deciding to go this route. Yeah.
About 2 years ago, do you think some way to you can adoption goes no?
Leanne, sorry, you breaking up again. Sorry, just repeat that. Still.
Actually, into the okay. What back again?
The connection here is so unstable. I'm so sorry, Leanne.
No worries. No worries. I think let's ask the last question, and then I think we can stop, because I think it's definitely the connection issue at the moment with the load shedding.
Yes, sorry about that. Yeah.
No worries. No, it's not your fault. So, as I was saying, would you choose adoption sooner if you had known what, the blessing and the happiness it brought you? Yeah. Would you have chosen it sooner?
Definitely. He's a ball of energy. So, I mean, it's something I think we, every time we get to bed and we're exhausted, we're like, we should have maybe done it sooner. But I feel like we all path, we're all on our own journey. So it's just happy that we had the opportunity and that it did happen. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. question is, would you recommend it to any parent that is looking to go through adoption? Would you recommend it to anyone?
Definitely.
Definitely, 100%.
Definitely, yes. It's also, I think we naturally assume that the process would be very easy. The process also allowed us to do a lot of introspection. I mean, I know there was just some grueling psychrometrics, which we were just like, oh my soul, so, and I mean, it's great. It's great that all of that is happening. So definitely, would definitely advise it if it's an option to you. But yes, don't think it's an easy process because it's not. Yes, yes.
Oh, thank you very, very much, guys. And I wish you guys all of the best and hope to chat to you guys soon again. But thank you for taking the time out to do this talk and just show women that there are definitely options, but there is this option of adoption as well out there. So thank you very much for that.
Great. Thanks, Leanne. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Have a great evening. Bye.